What's up? So I'm trying this. It's gonna be a little different. We're gonna see how this goes. This is my first one, but I want to start adding more videos now that Spotify podcast uploads the videos. So it seems like that's gonna be my main squeeze for now. So I want to take today to one, test this, right? And then two, I want to teach one of the storytelling techniques that I personally like to use every now and then. I don't use it as much, only because this version that I'm going to show you is to lead people to something, and I just haven't personally done that in a while. It's not because it doesn't work. It's just I don't know. I haven't had to lead anybody to anywhere. I'm probably going to use it for this to lead people to this podcast. But anyways, so I hope this works out. And if you're listening, appreciate you. I tried to design this to the best to my ability that you can still listen without having to watch, and you still be fine. But if you can watch this later on Spotify, if you got it, highly recommend, just because I'm gonna have I have this little keynote that I made, so you're gonna see some slides that I wasn't expecting this color at all. This happened by accident because it looked cool when I first clicked on it, and I'll talk about it in a little bit. So the technique that I want to show is BAB or BAB. I am going to, talk about what it is, how to use it, and when to use it. Before I get to that, though, I'm gonna try to make these like short but sweet, like videos or episodes now, because I know like I love doing the interviews because I love picking people's brains, but I know sometimes I go a little hard, a little too long. So yeah, I'm gonna try to keep this short and sweet as much as humanly possible. And alrighty, so let's get it. Let's get this show in a row. So I'm gonna make me tiny. I'm gonna make this big. There we go. Okay, so this color, at first, like it was just like a salmon with the black, and I really like that combination, the salmon and the black. I had no idea it was gonna be shifting colors to pink. So this has a lot of pink in there, and I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I already put the time into it. So if you are watching this, this might look a little sus, but that's okay. I don't care. Anyways, so BAB, storytelling and writing. The reason why I put writing is because this is specifically more if you're going to be writing, your captions, or for extra threads or a newsletter. You could even use this to do a video. I haven't tried it yet, and that's why I paused for a little bit, because I was like, I don't know why I haven't. So I might, because I think it'll work. So quick little overview how I was talking about. I'm going to talk about what BAB means and what is it for. I'm going to show you how to use it, and then I'm going to talk about when to use it. So BAB stands for before, after, and bridge. This is perfect for transformation stories. Quick example, I used to do this, and now I do this. And the bridge part is, now I'm going to show you this, or go here to read more of this, or go here to watch this. So the bridge is to lead to something else. So before, where you were before the change, and it could be yours or your clients. You can even kind of use this as a testimonial too. After is basically the transformation or what changed. So what happened after you learn the lesson or after the event of the transformation. And then bridge is to lead to like a thread. And what I mean by that is like on Twitter, now X, and threads from Instagram. You're only allowed so many characters. So what you could do is make a new, post under it, and it's called a thread. So you can lead somebody to that, and I'll give you an example in a little bit. But it's also to lead them to either a landing page or a email newsletter as well, or anything like that, or to a blog post too. I'm going to show you an example of a story using the BAB method. So I used to loathe walking. It wasn't after I woke up with the most horrible sciatic pain I've developed from being overweight and sleeping on a nerve. I began walking every day after that, so I never feel that pain again. Join my newsletter so I can show you how to walk 3 miles in 3 weeks and eliminate your pain. If you're watching, I didn't add that, but I wish I did, as I was like riffing and reading. But that's an example. Or read my blog post, or no, visit my blog so I can show you how to walk 3 miles in 3 weeks. Or click this link to watch the video how you can learn, or or sign up for my course. I can teach you how to do walking. I don't know. I mean, that's stupid, right? But or maybe, I don't know, you could do probably like a course on how to prep for a marathon, but anyways, so that's like one quick example. Also, if you're watching, I normally wouldn't have that bigger paragraph in the middle. I would break it up, because most people can't read, like, well, not that they can't, they just won't read past like 10 words or very lengthy paragraphs. So I would break that up. Also, I probably wouldn't keep the word after, because it's already kind of on the nose that you're already talking about the after. So instead of saying it wasn't until after I woke up, I would just say it wasn't until I woke up with the most horrible pain ever. Just little writing tips. So this is a quick example, and I left it this way if you're watching because I wanted to make it obvious, the before, after, and bridge. Another example that you can use if you're going to be posting on like X or Threads and you need the thread, you could say something like, I used to have a fixed mindset, and that meant that if something didn't work out for me the first time, I just automatically thought it wasn't for me. So I just would give up and not do it anymore. It wasn't until I read this book called Mindset by Carol Dweck. And one important word that stuck out to me in that book, out of the whole thing, was yet. And what that taught me was, yes, I might not understand, or I didn't perform that one task, that new task, well the first time. It doesn't mean that it doesn't now mean that it's not meant for me. It just means I haven't learned it yet, or haven't mastered it yet. And that was the before and the after. And then the bridge could be like, click below to read my blog post, and so I can show you how I implemented the word yet and how you can use it too. Or sign up for my newsletter where I'll be teaching you mindset principles based off of this book, or the fixed and closed mindset, because it's hard to sell mindset. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. So or if it was going to be for Threads too, another thing I could do is like, I used to suck at business. I wouldn't keep track of my profits, losses, but more so profits. I started getting way better with my finances. I was no longer, not in the know, or not knowing what was going on, until I read these 5 books. These 5 books changed everything for me. And I now have a good grasp on not only business, but how to manage my own personal money. See the thread below to check out which 5 books I'm talking about. And then I would make each book a thread. So like, Psychology of Money, or Profit First by Michael, I cannot say his last name. So that way you can make a list. So that would be a leader to, or that would be the bridge to that. So I talked about, what it is. So BAB, before, after, and bridge. Talked about how to use it. So more so like, before, what happened before the transformation, after the transformation, and then the bridge is to lead them to something. So when you want to use the BAB is when you want to lead them to a landing page or a newsletter or a blog or something, or where you are sharing the transformation information, because it doesn't always have to be a selling thing. It could be a video on YouTube. It could be, again, a blog post. It could be, you could even lead them to another account. Maybe you're from your Instagram. You could lead them to Threads to check out the full thread. So it's basically used as a lead them to. At least that's how I use it. I'm pretty sure, kind of like everything else, somebody can use a knife to build a house. Well, I just use it to open up my packages, or people can use it to cook. So you can use that one tool for different ways. So if you can find another one, cool. Now, I understand that the majority of the people following me are either like photographers or models. So one way that you can use this is, let's say you're a photographer and you're going to start, opening up a new branch, quote unquote, of, let's say you're a real estate photographer, but now because you shot so many real estate photographers, they asked you to start doing, real estate homes. You can now lead them to your new real estate page by saying like, I started off as a headshot photographer, but it wasn't until I started working with these 5 real estate agents that they started asking me if I can shoot their homes. After I started shooting their homes, I realized, you know what? I love doing this. This is awesome. I need to jump on this. I need to start doing this more. Check out this new page that I created specifically for real estate photography. Head over, check it out. Let me know what you know. Or if you're a real estate agent, hit me up and I can also photograph your homes. So you're leading them to that something new. Or if you're a photographer who is kind of starting and you want to start a newsletter to talk about your, your maternity shots. You could say something like, I didn't understand what being a mother meant until after I had my kid, and now I understand exactly what it's about. So I have a new perspective, and now I created this maternity branch because I didn't get my maternity photos, and now I have to live with that, and I don't want any other mother to live with that too. Sign up for my newsletter, and I'll give you tips on for new mothers and what I did that worked for me. Or you could say, sign up for my newsletter to get, discounts or deals or updates on when I'm doing more maternity shoots. So that's something, I know it was a little like rough, but that is, another way that you can use it as well. Let me see, as I'm speaking, I'm going to make myself bigger. Okay. That's another way you can do that too. For models, it is a tiny bit harder. The only thing I can think of is like if let's say before you were a model, before I was modeling, I had zero clue how to style. I just thought I knew I knew styling because I figured out what worked for me and what I liked. It wasn't until I started working with stylists in the fashion modeling industry that I didn't know what I was doing. When I started learning all these new different tips and techniques, I now created a blog page teaching other models and women with my similar body type how to style themselves. So head over to my blog, check out my new post, and then come over and, kind of pick up some tips on how to pair colors or how to whatever. Like that was my before I started modeling. I didn't know anything, or I thought I knew. But then once I started becoming a fashion model and I started working with actual stylists, I now knew that I didn't know anything truly. And then I started picking up from working with them so much. I'm going to show you everything that I picked up from them. Or I'm going to show you how I do it now. Or I'm going to show you, actually, I think that's all I can think of. Not like that transformation. So you can lead them to a blog post. You can lead them to a video. Be like, hey, I didn't know how to style accessories. I didn't know how to use scarves and how to style them. Check out my video on YouTube, and I'll show you how to do it. So you can still lead them to something. I think that's all I can think of as far as examples. I think already, what is it? Beat a dead horse. I don't want to like overdo it either, but BAB, which is before, after, bridge. That is very good to lead them to somewhere, and it's kind of little proof of the transformation or proof of the change, because it's hard to say, hey, buy my book buy my soap because it changed my skin forever or whatever, instead of saying like, oh, because I recently discovered I have eczema, I had to find non-fragrant alternatives, but I found a alternative that still smells good without being a fragrance, and you can still use it on your skin. That's the before and after transformation kind of roughly, and you know, it helps. You know how people say, sell the good night's sleep, not the mattress? And because people buy why, not what. So saying that whole little thing, sell the good night's sleep, not the mattress, is the why. But if you could take it that much more further by telling your story of your own personal experience with the mattress. So saying something, you know, quick example of, oh man, like I used to hate waking up every morning. I would hit the snooze button. I'd always wake up tired. I need like 5 cups of coffee just to function. It was until I saw this one ad and I tried the purple mattress. Got it home, tried it, and within the first day of using it, no kidding, I woke up so energized. I didn't even need coffee. I was ready to go. I didn't realize how important sleep was, and that I didn't know what truly good sleep was until I slept on this mattress. Now I understand what having good night's sleep truly is, and it was all because of this mattress. I know I didn't do the bridge, but like I, you know, used a story to support and further emphasize the, instead of just saying, oh, you know, it's a good night's sleep. Like nobody really cares. And I'm like, cool. That's what every other thing says. But now you're going to believe me. If I was, let's say I was sponsored by the mattress for some weird reason, you would now probably believe me a little bit more because I am telling you my story and my experience versus just saying go buy it. So hope this helps. Hope I didn't overdo it. I'm trying to keep it short and sweet. I'm very proud that I kept it under 30 minutes. I thought I was going to go way over because I do love the longer version podcast, but I know some people like to listen on their drive, and I'm trying to hopefully cover everybody's drive. Not everybody drives 30 minutes. But yeah, so I'm going to start doing more of these little videos. I hope this little system works. My first time trying it. We'll see if it's going to stick around. And if you like these little video styles, let me know. And let me know if I did a good job on still understanding all this, even though you couldn't see the slideshows and couldn't see the video. I hope I did. In my brain, it works, but it's because I'm watching myself. I don't really know. Anyways, because I'm going to ramble on too much. Appreciate you for taking the time to watch and listen to this. I'm going to start doing more storytelling content, some more, because I don't know if you have or haven't noticed, if you check out my posts, especially this year, 2024, I tell a story in almost every single post so that we can kind of see them and figure it out. Because everything that I'm doing, I'm going to be talking about and teaching. So it's not like I'm going to be holding anything back. So you can kind of get a head start if you check them out and kind of get the idea of what I'm saying. Haven't used BAB too much. I need to use it more. I honestly forget. I have my favorites that I fell in love with. So that's that. But yeah, more's coming. Even if you're a designer or if you're a, you know, whatever, you can send this to somebody else and it's still going to work for them. I do have to do a quick little shameless plug. Don't hate the what is it, the player hate the game. Ever since I started doing this about a year ago, I did everything on one big Notion file. So I've had about, you know, what is it? We're already past month 6 months in the year. I had 6 months worth of stories in one fat thing. I'm lying, 4, because I just made this a while ago. But let's say 4, actually 5, but whatever. Who's counting? I had 4 months of stories all in one huge thing. The problem with that was it worked until it didn't, because I forgot which ones I had already posted. I forgot which ones were done but not posted. And I forgot which ones I was working on. And every time I would read them, I was like, is that one completed? Or is that one in progress? And if it is completed, did I post it? So here I am going back on like Instagram and Threads and like, shit, did I post this one or not? So I came up with a Notion template because it was becoming way too much. Once I started doing this, I have everything so streamlined, so perfect. I already know exactly which ones I'm working on, which ones I'm not. I have my ideas in one column. I have my progress in the other column. I'll do another video specifically for that, because if I do it right now, people who are listening are not going to be able to understand or see it. So I'll do another. I'll show you my template some way, some other how. I'm at least, you know, doing a little shameless plug for because why not? But yeah, so I put this together because I have imagined, especially now I'm going to teach more storytelling. I don't want people to have 6 months or whatever months of stories and then lose track of what was what. So you can go ahead and start early if you are going to start getting into, like, you know, taking your captions more serious, taking your stories more serious, to use this Notion template, because it's going to save you a lot of time. I'm going to leave links in the description in case you can't see it for whatever reason. If you just go to my Instagram, Mike G the Creative, it's going to be in the link in bio. It's going to be the first tab. It'll help me out. It'll help you out. So we're going to help each other out. And if you ever have any questions or anything, let me know. I got you. I even have videos on there how to use the template, and I'm even teaching my 2 favorite storytelling techniques that I use all the time, and I teach it to you like as thoroughly as I can, and it's all on there. And also, you know, some honorable mentions and how to use the template. But alrighty, I'm gonna take off because I'm going over than what I thought. But thank you for watching, listening. I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.